So the first thing you'll want to do is access your online logbook. Head to mobile.swifttrack.co.uk to access this login page. The company name is IJUBOA, and then you'll enter the login details provided by IJUBOA in the boxes here. So this is what the main record page of your online logbook looks like. We'll go into the different features shortly. Your home page is made up of the competencies that you need to complete, and on the right hand side, the barges that you've worked on will be present. To add a new barge, just scroll down, click Add a Barge, and add the details of the vessel that you'd like to add. If you're a member company of IJUBOA, you should be able to choose a barge from the left-hand side. You'll need to add all of your barges that you're currently working on in order to add sea service to them. Please only add barges that are in class and have the correct certificates. So the first tab that we're going to be looking at is the Progress tab. You can refer back to this tab at any point to check the progress of your online logbook application. It will state the time since you started your online logbook application, and you can also see how much sea service you've recorded and how far along you are with completing your competencies. The competencies are listed here, and you'll be able to see how many you've completed within each section. This is what an example looks like of when an individual has added evidence and it has been signed off by a mentor and assessor. You'll see here that this has been ticked off to satisfactory. The next tab that we're going to look at is the Resources tab. Here you'll find lots of guidance on completing your online logbook. The competency guidance is needed for the competencies that will show on your dashboard. Please access the competency guidance document before completing this. This will give you lots of help in what is required within your answers. Some of the competencies will ask you to analyse pieces of data. You can find these in the Competency Guidance tab and in each of these different headings. The next tab that we're going to be looking at is Progress Reviews. You cannot add any evidence here. This is for your mentor and assessor to add their reviews or any comments on your online logbook. They may ask you to upload more evidence or add some more sea service, so you can refer back to this page once they've looked at your profile. Now we're going to look at how you add sea service. Head to the Sea Service tab and start adding records by choosing a barge that you'd like to add hours to. You'll remember from the beginning of this tutorial that all of the barges you add from your home page will be listed in this drop down here. Once you've added the record of the barge and the period that you're on board from, you'll click Add Activity to add detail to this record. We will need to see a brief description of the work carried out, who the client was, your role on board, the name of the senior barge master, the name of the project, and your employer. This will help us verify this record. You can also add further details such as how many barge moves were completed, the number of hours you were completing jacking operations, the leg penetration that you achieved on site, and how many hours you spent carrying out barge service and maintenance. Once you're happy with all of the detail that you've added, click Add Activity. It is important to add as much detail as you can here, as it will help your mentor and assessor in verifying this evidence. In order to achieve the Barge Master certificate, you must upload at least 250 hours of sea service. Please note that these hours should only include the hours that you are completing jacking operations or barge moves. For example, we would expect a barge move to take roughly 4 to 5 hours. The next tab that we'll look at is the Training Records tab. You'll need to upload all of your STCW or full GWO in order to complete your Barge Master certificate. To add a certificate, simply type in the name of the training record, add the certificate number and the date that you gained the certificate, and upload a picture of the certificate itself. Once you've done all of this, click Add Training Record and the certificate records will appear in this box here. This will then be signed off by a mentor and assessor. So now we're going to look at how you begin completing your competencies. So you want to head back to the dashboard and you'll find the different competency sections here. They are split out into the fundamentals of jack-up barge operations, jack-up barge operations, jack-up barge safety, and jack-up barge moving. To access a section, simply click on the different titles. Once you've clicked into that section, you'll see the different questions that you need to add evidence against. The different competency sections are made up of theory and performance criteria. This section shows different theory questions, however, some of the different competencies will ask you to upload performance criteria. For example, a record that you might have completed on board a jack-up, or a photo of you completing a certain activity on board. To add evidence to each of the questions, simply click on the question that you'd like to answer. You can either write an answer in the box here, you can upload a picture by clicking the camera icon, upload a PDF by clicking the PDF icon, and also add any notes and reflections that you'd like to add. As mentioned earlier on in this tutorial, you can get guidance on what to include in your answers under the Competency Guidance under the Resources tab. Your mentor and assessor will be notified once you've completed all of the competencies. As mentioned previously, you can refer back to your progress at any point by clicking the Progress tab. Once you have uploaded all the required C service and completed the competencies, the final step of completing your Barge Master online logbook will be to upload a reference document. Click on the References tab, and here you will find a resource that you'll need to download. Click on Reference Document New Entrant. Here you'll see the PDF that needs to be completed by a company operations director. You can save it to your computer and get them to fill it in manually and then re-upload this. To re-upload the document, simply type in the name of the testimonial that you're adding, click Evidence, and you can add the testimonial there. The reference document completed by a company operations director is a mandatory part of the online logbook application. Once you've completed all of these steps, please notify your mentor and assessor, who will then provide their verification against the information you've provided. Once they have provided their verification, please let IJUBOA know, and the Barge Master Review Committee will review your profile and decide whether you are ready to sit the Barge Master exam or not. If you need any more guidance, please refer to the Resources tab and also the IJUBOA website. If you need any more help, please email accreditations@ijuboa.com.